Hello everyone, in this session we will be discussing on the SnowFlake scripting. So the agenda of this particular session is firstly we will discuss to the introduction to SnowFlake scripting, then various key features of the SnowFlake scripting, how to declare the variables, different control flow statements, how to declare the loop, how to handle the exceptions. Also, we will be discussing on how to compare the two tables and find the counts of inserts, updates and deletes, how to dynamically execute the query, how to process the transactions in scripting so that the integrity will be maintained, and finally we will see one example which will cover all these concepts. So actually SnowFlake scripting is a procedural SQL extension for the SnowFlake, and it enables various control flow logic like for loop, do while loop. Also we can declare variables, we can do the error handling, and we can process the different transactions through commit and rollback keywords. Mainly SnowFlake scripting is used in the automation for the different SQL operations. It is also useful in the batch processing. It handles complex logics inside a single procedure so that it will reduce the need of multiple queries in manual SQL execution. Key features of SnowFlake scripting. First one is the procedural logic, which can be implemented by using if-else block, otherwise different case statements, and different control flow statements like loop, while and for. Also we can do the error handling through try catch block. The transaction management to handle the integrity will be done through the begin, transaction, commit and rollback keywords. We can dynamically execute the SQL by using the execute immediate command, and store procedures and cursors. When we wanted to return instead of a single row, when we wanted to return multiple rows, at that time we can use the cursors in the store procedures. So first one is declaring variables. So to declare the variables, firstly we need to use declare, then the variable name which we wanted to give, followed with the data type. Let's say if we wanted to declare the integer variable, then firstly we will write declare, then the name of variable v employee id, and the data type is int. Here we are just declaring the variable, we are not assigning any values to this variable. But let's say while declaring itself, if we wanted to assign any default value, that we can do by using the default keyword. So here in this second statement we are using declare vname string, and by default with the default keyword whatever the value which we wanted to give to assign to this vname variable, that we will assign in the single quotes. After that we will be declaring one number variable, that is salary. Here for salary we haven't assigned the by default value, so that value we will assign it in this begin and end block. Let v salary equals to 50,000, and that we are returning. So mainly the declare is used to for the variable declaration, and let is used to assign the values. Then the control flow statements. Here in this PPT you will see if else example. Firstly we are declaring the one variable salary with the number data type, and then we are assigning for that variable the value as 60,000 in the begin and end block. We will be for the requirement is if the salary is greater than 50,000, then we should mention it as high salary, otherwise it is low salary. Then we will consider as if v salary is greater than 50,000, then return high salary, else return low salary. We need to in this if block, and we need to in this begin block also. So here as the salary is 60,000, then the output we will get is high salary. Then the loop example. Here we are declaring one v counter variable with the integer data type, and by default we are assigning it value as 1, and in the begin and end block we are looping through the while loop. So while v counter is less than equals to 5, do print iteration. So till the value of counter is less than 5, we will print the iteration, and once it is printed, then we will again assign the value to the v counter as v counter plus 1. So firstly, when the counter's value is 1, at that time it will print iteration 1. Then it will increase the v counter to 1 plus 1 as 2. Then again, when 2 will be compared with 5, it's less than equals to 5, so iteration 2, iteration 3, iteration 4, and iteration 5 it will be printed. When the value of v counter will become 6, at that time this condition will false, and then this particular value will come out of the loop, and the loop will break here. So we will get the just values from iteration 1 to iteration 5. Exception handling. To handle the exceptions, we need to use the exception when other than command, and we can print the error message and that error code SQL with the SQL ERRM value. Here we are inserting the null value in the not null column. That's why we will get an error message detail in this exception. Then how to compare the two tables. Let's say if there is one old table and old employee table and new employee table, we wanted to find the counts of the new records, deleted records, and update records. So to find the counts, firstly we will declare three variables like v count underscore new for storing the new record counts, v count underscore deleted to store the deleted count, v underscore count underscore updated to store the updated count. And this is just a declaration of that variable so that we can assign the values as per the logic, and in the begin and end block we will assign the values for this particular declared variables. So for the new records will be the one which are present in the new employee table, but that will not be present in the old employee table. That's why we will write select count star from employees new e where not exist, select one from employees old o where o dot employee id equals to e dot employee id. That particular employee id which is present in the new table, that should not be present in the old table, so that we will calculate through the subquery and we will take that count. To find the deleted records, we will check whether how many records are there in old table which are not present in the new table by joining on the basis of employee id. So in this way we got the count of new records in v count underscore new variable and count of deleted records in v count underscore deleted variable. Then to find the updated count, we will write the logic as we will join the new table and old table on the basis of key, and we will match, we will compare the other non-key columns like name, salary, and department. If any of this is not matching, then that record we are considering it as updated, and that record count we will be storing in v underscore count underscore updated. And lastly we will print that records by using concatenation operator with the proper contextual meaning, like new records with the v count new, deleted records with v count underscore deleted, and updated records with the v count updated. So in this one we have compared the two tables and found the new updated and the deleted records.